Deb Peterson from the editorial page of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Good morning, Deb Peterson.
Good morning, McGraw Millhaven, and good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Deb Peterson.
How are you?
Fine.
Where are you going for the holidays?
I'm just saying, whatever. I'm staying right at home, McGraw.
Is that right?
Yeah. Where was my invitation to the KTRS bash this year? Seems in years past I used to get an invitation to that.
Yeah, well, they were giving away bonuses, so they sort of cut it to just the, you know how that works.
Yeah, Okay. Anyway,
well,
how about you? You staying in town?
No, I'm going to have a little fun. I'm going out.
Where are you going?
I'll tell you when I come back.
Wow, playing it close to the chest there, huh?
Playing it close. Some people are listening who shouldn't be listening, so I don't want to tip off to...
Who shouldn't be listening.
Oh, there are people who shouldn't be listening.
I don't think there's anybody who shouldn't be listening.
Oh, there are people who shouldn't be listening, trust me.
Well, I've been on vacation all week, so I am catching up on news just for you, although I have been following the news, but I have been trying to get out to the stores some. It gets really jammed up, even just during the day, trying to get to regular stores. So, and I'm all paranoid about the Target stuff because I am a Target, frequent.
Now, here,
stuff.
Kelly and I were talking about this. So, we all shop at Target. I went in there and got, I don't know, whatever I got, spent $20. Now I got to worry about my whole, financial empire being ruined. So, you go online to check to see if somebody had, you look back at all of your purchases over the last month. You're like, I never spent $25.23. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I did. What is that? What does that say?
Exactly.
So it's impossible to sort of check your statement.
When Schnucks was having its problems, I didn't nothing was happening, and all of a sudden I used my card in another state, and it was rejected.
Right.
I said, why? They don't know. So, I call, and my bank says, oh, well, you were identified as somebody who had shopped at Schnucks during this period, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I'm on vacation. I'm on a trip. I need my card. So it isn't, they did the right thing. And when I called them, they said, well, do you have another card you can use? And I did. But it isn't the optimal way to, I don't know what is optimal. I think what, they had obviously done was they flagged the card. And when it was used outside of my normal procedures, then they cut it off.
I also find myself apologizing and explaining myself to the clerk. I'm sorry, I really do pay my bills online. I don't know what happened. Do you want to see the statement that says that I pay my bills online? I feel so embarrassed because my card was rejected.
Right. I'm saying, I am saying, I can't believe this. Could you try it again? Run it through. There shouldn't be a problem. And then, it's embarrassing. It is, I'm out with friends. It was so bad.
Right. I also do this. I also say, this is how pathetic I am. I also say, because, they say don't put food on a credit card because you don't want to pay for it twice, right? So
I never heard that. What does that mean?
I haven't either.
Right, yeah. So you never put a restaurant charge on the dinner on a credit card. Put it on the debit card because if it's, $42 or whatever it is, you don't want to be charged interest, or pay the credit card off at the end of the month so you're not charged extra for that meal, right? You don't want to be paying for that meal, 6 months from now. So, so when the card gets rejected for whatever reason, I say, that's a debit card. I was putting it on my debit card. This is a credit card, but I am going to pay it off at the end of the month. They're like, yeah, I don't care. Just give me something that runs it through so you can get out of here.
Just give us your money.
They don't care. And I think I was even, went back to the same place, and I said, my credit card was rejected because we're having a problem in my hometown. And they're looking, she's like, really, just pay the bill. We don't care about what your excuses are. And it's a bad thing. But I guess something that's nationwide, people have more understanding. I don't know. So anyway, I'm monitoring my account with great regularity now.
Yes. Well, I do a deal where you can have the emails or the text messages sent to you every time you run your card. So if somebody if somebody runs your card somewhere else, they'll send you a text message or an email saying, somebody
And you'll get
used
an
your-
immediate notice.
Well, yeah, I mean, it comes pretty quick.
That's a good thing to have.
That
because,
is good.
like you said,
I don't
there
know.
are certain things I forget what I'm charging.
Right.
Using my card.
Yeah,
I
I
should see if my bank offers it. I haven't. I guess most banks, if your bank does, I'm sure mine
Well,
does.
I never went to XJ5 Industries. Who were they? You're like, oh, that's Shell. Okay, that's
Yes, right.
that's
And if
that's the gas
you-
station. Yeah.
If you have children, you don't. I don't think. But, those of us who do have children who are older,
Yes.
I will occasionally give a child my credit card to say, stop at the store, get us this, whatever.
Right.
And then, of course, you want to monitor it because you don't want that kid getting
Especially your children.
no,
Especially
not
some
my
of your
children.
kids. You're
They're
like, what's this?
wonderful.
What's
They
this
never
porn
do
charge on my
anything
credit card?
Oh, stop,
wrong.
McGraw.
But it would be useful to have that. No, I scrutinize the receipt. I ask about every penny. It's terrible. The kid's like, what do you, I bought a pack of gum. I'm like, did I tell you could buy gum with my credit card? No, I didn't say that, did I?
Oh boy! All right, I'm
Okay,
I'm
anyway.
breaking out in hives. You yelling at your children.
On the news end, I would like to talk about two things,
Yes.
if we can.
Yes.
One, the what we call complete streets. I don't know if you read our editorial. I don't know if it ran last week or earlier this week. I can't recall. But this is where complete streets that are designed for every time you in your community, your region, whatever, has a new street, they're going to have to include a bike lane. Well, we talked against this because it's for the 1% of the population that rides bikes with, regularity for transportation, it's a huge expense. So we're getting tons of letters about this because I think people don't, they think it means you're against bike riders. And
You hate bicyclists, basically.
some people on the editorial page may be opposed to bicyclists. I am not particularly opposed. However, it makes perfect sense that you do not want to have a bike lane and the expense of creating a bike lane in every single street in your municipality. Think about that. It's ridiculous. It's great to have bike paths, and there should be bike paths, but they don't need to be everywhere because 99.9% of the population uses cars,
All
not
right.
bikes.
So Deb Peterson and the Post-Dispatch hates bikes. What else?
Hate bikes, hating on bikes. I also want to say I am so offended by the fact that people pay attention to that Duck Dynasty guy. It drives
my
me
gosh.
crazy. There are important issues in the world. These distractions, it's narrow fiddling while Rome is burning. Come on, people. Don't. First of all, who's looking to that guy for any kind of moral guidance or to represent?
Who cares what the guy says?
I don't even know. I've never watched the show. I don't care what he thinks. He has a right to say whatever in the heck he wants. He has a right to be on their show. They have a right to kick him off. But don't look at these issues and not think about, Medicaid spending in our state. These are issues. I know it's hard. It's hard to grapple with, complicated financial issues. But this is our future. This is the future of the people around us. I think we do care about one another as a nation. So that's all I'm saying. Don't be distracted by the circus that's going on. And I think oftentimes, and maybe it's social media that compels this, but people get so wrapped up in the nonsense.
I hear you.
That's my plea.
Ladies and
Don't
gentlemen,
give a hoot about that guy.
that's the rant of Deb Peterson. She hates Duck Dynasty and she hates bikes. STLtoday.com. It sits on the editorial
Mary,
board.
She hates ducks on bikes.
She hates some ducks and all bikes, I guess.
Yeah.
Deb, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Be safe, and we'll talk to you in the new year.
Is the present in the mail, by the way?
And you should have received it already, along with the
Oh, darn.
Yes.
Okay. Have fun. Bye, Kelly. Nice to
Bye.
talk
Merry
to you.
Christmas.
Take care.
traffic and weather. Mike Kelly talk a little Mizzou basketball next.